Hello and welcome to another video from the Super Casuals. My name is Auronado, and this is Dragon Ball FighterZ. We're continuing today with our story mode playthrough. However, we're going to change things up a little bit. I have found that there is simply too many filler fights and tutorials that are really just making this take longer than it needs to. I'm going to edit those out for you to progress the story along a little quicker and just to make our videos a little better. Alright, now we are going to dive into our first little boss battle. I'm supposed to get Piccolo from this.
Look! It's Piccolo! Goku! Behind you!
I've also substituted out Krillin. Tien will now be jumping in, and I have no earthly idea how to use Tien. Then again, I didn't know how to use Krillin either, so what difference does it make?
Man, it's like I can't go 2 minutes without bumping into one of these clones.
Somebody who's been watching too much Naruto. Clones everywhere.
Well, know what I gotta do.
Okie dokie. Let's see if there's anything special to this, besides the fact that Piccolo's on the team instead of the typical goons.
Ready?
Charging in. No tutorial this time. We can make this look a little brighter and flashier.
It's on now.
Yamcha's kicking all kinds of butt. As I say that, he starts getting kicked around. He knows the Kamehameha too, as does basically half the roster of the show. Yeah.
Not going anywhere.
Depending on which button you hit to use Wolf Fang Fist, you can either charge directly or teleport behind. As mentioned before, teleporting behind will be very effective against players, not so much against the computer. That's quite alright though. Piccolo doesn't even look all that different in his alternate garb. And let's finish off our good buddy Piccolo here. Slash him right in the chest. In comes Clone Cell. Pow, pow, pow. Kick him around, chop him around, slash him up. You can tell I tend to stick with Yamcha more. However, just for the sake of showing him off a little. Here comes Tien. This is the garb he wore towards the end of Dragon Ball Z. Cell should be quite familiar with getting hit with that move. I can now play as Piccolo. He's actually the first character I messed around and practiced with. Didn't really care for the fighting style.
Good. I can finally move again.
I'm glad you're okay. But I have to tell you that things have taken a turn for the worse.
If you're referring to the waves and that linking business, then I already know about all of that.
Huh? But I didn't even...
Look, I'd rather not listen to you explain. It's easier just to read your mind.
You read my mind?
You see, Piccolo used to be common. Reading minds is just old hat to him.
Hey, just what else did you look at without my permission, huh? Don't tell me. You saw memories of me taking a bath, didn't you?
Well, seeing as how Piccolo's species is a single gender, I don't think you need to worry about
I
that,
might have
Bulma.
seen something like that amongst the jungle. What of it?
What's that supposed to mean? Have you no respect for a girl's privacy?
And as usual, she has to complain about things that simply don't matter right now.
Hold up. Why would a Namekian be interested in girls anyway, Bulma?
Thank you, Krillin.
Hold on there. Aren't you a little too old to be calling yourself a girl?
I am not old!
As usual, Goku is quite rude, but...
At least now I know the state of affairs. Hold on. So you're linked with Goku? Well, you've really gotten yourself into a nasty situation.
Sometimes the dialogue skips itself. I'm not even the one hitting the button sometimes. That was another one of those moments.
Still, I'm gonna need you now more than ever. I'll join the
Okay, we have Piccolo. Let's bring him in to show him off.
No matter how many of these clones we beat down, more of them just keep popping up.
Okay, seems we got a little more story here for this tutorial.
There's got to be some other way to stop them.
No, there's no other way than just fighting them. Give it up.
Oh, come on, don't say that. You've got the power of the former Guardian, right? Can't you just tap into that?
I'm not really sure why Arc System Works took the time to add this complicated map system and choosing which of the fights and experience, etc., etc., etc. This all seems like a rather unnecessary point of development for them. There's no reason for it to exist. If they want us to see these things, we don't need a map screen for it. I don't really know why they did that. It's a strange design decision.
If it worked that way, Yamcha, don't you think I'd be doing that?
Well, I guess being the former Guardian doesn't mean that much.
Unbelievable. If you've got time to waste relying on gods, use them for training instead.
Geez, that does sound like something Kami would have said. Oh, fine, I get it. I'm sorry. All right, I'll show you I don't need to ask others for help. Come on.
Good for Yamcha to get some screen time. He was nothing more than a punching bag in the Dragon Ball Z show.
Dearest Heavenly Kami, don't let the enemy be too strong. Amen.
I can see why Bulma chose Vegeta.
Whew. Ouch. Woo boy. More story here.
Okay, I didn't expect I'd end up fighting my own clone. Its power, other characteristics appear to be the same as mine, and I suppose its body and abilities are the same as mine as well. It's not every day an opponent shows up where you know all of their strengths and weaknesses.
Well, I can see one weakness. It has terrible posture.
Nobody knows me better than me, after all. I can use that to my advantage. I'll pull out all the stops, since I'm basically fighting myself.
Alright, we are entering in the boss battle on the... You may have noticed I've substituted Piccolo into the team so we can show him off a little. Let's bring him right in. We can start beating up some people. Looking real flashy while we do. Raken Kakasa Papa. Piccolo is kind of a strange character to use. Rather than ki blasts, he grabs people with his hand like so. It can actually be a little more difficult than it looks to follow up with the timing of the hits. If you don't hit it very, very quickly, they'll start blocking. May not combo at all. Can't say I'm a big fan of his playstyle. There's such a tight window. After using that grab, I don't see the point of it other than just disrupt people. It's alright, he has his typical moves, Special Beam Cannon, which you can literally just stand there and charge if you want. I don't know if that makes it hit any harder or not. He also has this weird slow chase down energy ball. And the move you saw earlier, but we'll do again for the sake of it. Light grenade. Kaboom. Alright, let's keep on going. Must be some story time now.
We're running some tests on 18 over at the Capsule Corporation. There's nothing wrong with her physically, so she should come around soon. It's gonna be okay. Relax, Krillin. You look like it's the end of the world.
Isn't it basically the end of the world right now? Like in every story arc?
Well, it kinda is.
Thank you, Krillin.
But I take your word over doom and gloom any day. Thanks, Bulma.
Oh, I actually get to talk? Well, I have the choice between being Mr. Positive or Debbie Downer. Let's be Mr. Positive today.
Hey, Krillin. My new roommate here also says to not worry about it. Well, we'll see this thing through, no problem. You can count on it. Yeah, I guess so. Thanks. You know, you're pretty cool. I mean, for a soul without a body, I guess.
I do have a body, thanks.
You know, I think you and me are going to be good friends.
The thing that's puzzling me right now is Android 16's role in this whole dilemma. The 16 I know wouldn't go along with the Red Ribbon Army's twisted way of doing things.
It's true. 16 was never one of the bad guys.
When Android 16 first showed up on the scene, he did talk about another 16. I wonder if the 16 I saw was a copy built with the original specs.
Well, the original Spec 16 that we first saw was malfunctioning, didn't work right, wasn't completed, however you want to say it. So, who knows?
Maybe, but I don't know. He didn't seem like a completely different android.
You have a point. Okay. What if he is a copy, but with the original's memory?
Why would it have the original's memory?
Who knows, Bulma? Either way, our only course of action at this point is to find the Army's base.
Guess you're right.
What a tangled web we weave. Alright, starting a new map. Once again, we will skip filler fights. I will show you the important stuff. Alright, folks, we're going in to unlock Adult Gohan. I played around with him
Over there! Guys, look! It's Gohan!
almost as much as I did with the Yamcha character, so I'll be substituting him in and using him extensively. We can use the third character slot as a buffer and show off all the new characters as we unlock them.
That's a relief. It looks like he just lost consciousness.
But not Fat Boo, because I don't give a crap about Fat Boo.
What'd you expect? He's made from tougher stuff than you.
Give me a break, Piccolo. You know these Saiyans are too robust for their own good.
These clones have interesting posture. Did someone at Blizzard who worked on the male trolls have any involvement in these things?
Another clone, huh? Well, they're a stubborn bunch.
Possibly the male orcs.
Goku, I'll keep this guy company. Get Gohan somewhere safe.
Knowing Goku, I bet he used instant transmission to get Gohan out of here.
For those unfamiliar with the series, instant transmission is a teleportation technique.
All right, now that Gohan's all safe with Bulma, finally focus on some fighting.
Holy Jesus, does Goku ever have gigantic hands? His fingers were the size of his head.
Hey, Piccolo, your face has turned red. Why are you embarrassed?
I'm not.
Okay. Hey, man, whatever you say.
Look, never mind that. We need to come up with a way to take care of this guy.
Seems the clones aren't capable of speaking. Alright. Typical mute, red-eyed, evil bad guy clones. We've seen this 1,000 times before. Generic filler bad guys. Alright. Let's whip this guy up. Bring in Piccolo. I do this sometimes. I attempt to switch out a character. They'll come in for an assist. And sometimes I'll go to switch them out. And the reverse happens. It's actually quite annoying. Let's go. Piccolo! There we go. He came in the first time.
No way out!
Phew. Piccolo must be interesting in the right hands. Okay, so Clone Frieza is just darker. He gets red fingernails out of it.
Take it! There! You ready?
Not really sure what they want you to do with that chase down. You hit the big hit, and then... Can you chase after? We're gonna find out in a second here. This guy doesn't have enough health left. We'll try out on our final clone. Boom, boom, boom. Nope. Need to use the stronger version. Nope. I'm not sure what the follow-up combo is intended to be. Okay, let's finish him off with our big flash grenade. Light grenade, excuse me. Kablamo! Now I'll have adult Gohan.
Now that the clone's out of the way, we should go see Bulma.
Alright. We got more dialogue.
Great. I certainly am hungry. And I bet Gohan's awake by now.
That was pretty quick. Or not. Never mind.
Dad, you're here. And so's Piccolo.
Huh. Interesting that Gohan would actually consider Goku to be dad, considering Piccolo was the one who raised him.
Hey there, Gohan. It doesn't look like there's a scratch on you anywhere.
Goku, can't you show a little more concern for your son's well-being?
My son's well-being, he thinks.
I guess. But Gohan's pretty strong. He looks like he's ready to fight. Besides, you should know that. I mean, you're the one who's been training him recently.
And by recently, you mean the last, I don't know, 20 years of his life?
Yeah. But he's still got a lot to learn.
So, Bulma told me what happened. I'm gonna fight too. I'm ready.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to fighting alongside Gohan.
Here's the thing. I know you've linked with Dad and the others to fight and everything, but
I should apologize. I feel bad that you got dragged into all this. From now on, I'll be fighting too. But we're still gonna need your help.
Okay, that's another decent fourth wall break.
Whoa! I'm kind of surprised they made a clone of me.
So am I.
I guess, the Red Ribbon Army views me and my power as a valuable asset.
Gee, you sure sound really sure of yourself, Yamcha.
Wait, this isn't good. I shouldn't be happy about this. I haven't been training lately, so I'm gonna be in trouble if I don't take this seriously. I mean, it'd be really uncool if I lost to my clone.
That it would.
But, since it's my clone, I should be able to go all out. I will beat this clone and show everybody that Yamcha can beat himself.
Okay, there's another line that the internet is going to have fun with. Alright folks, we are now diving into our boss battle for this map. We have substituted adult Gohan into the team alongside of Yamcha, which leaves our buffer spot.
I'm starting to get the feeling that we've just found the base.
That actually looks really nice. Kudos to whoever did the design of these rock faces. That looks gorgeous.
Watch out! Somebody's coming!
So, you're here at last.
16, it's you! It's really you! So tell me, do you have your old memories? You do! You remember us! I can tell!
So what if I do?
Wait a sec. What are you saying? It means that you're the 16 that we've always known. Remember when we fought side by side all those years ago?
Vaguely.
Why are you helping the Red Ribbon Army? I mean, that's insane!
There is no need for me to answer.
Please stop! No, wait! We don't want to fight you, 16!
Good news, Krillin, you don't have to. You've been kicked off the team.
Walk away from this nonsense with the strange waves of the clones!
Your motives are not relevant. If you will not engage, I will.
All right. Seems we'll be beating up Mr. Android 16 today.
Time to face your opponent!
I don't think he stands a chance, to be perfectly honest. Yamcha is going to tear him apart, but we're going to get Gohan in there too.
Ready?
Dash in, boom, 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 boom. Showing off some of the Wolfang Fist abilities. Alright, time to switch to Gohan.
Better get back.
Still ready.
Yeah. Okay, that is a glance at the basic attacks. Did not get to show off his big super moves. That's alright, you will be seeing them in short order. Loading, loading, loading. Smirk.
I knew it! You never planned on killing us after all, did you? Right from the start, you lacked that killer instinct. Had you figured in a flash. It's like Goku says, 16 isn't fighting because he wants to. And if he's being controlled by the army, that means we can be friends again.
Apologies, but I cannot leave the army. I cannot let that monster run amok.
Monster?
Yes, the Red Ribbon Army's current leader, Android 21.
You're saying there's an Android 21?
And somewhere out there, Vegeta is very angry at his son.
There is. I have been complying with 21's orders. However, 21's personality is growing more savage by the day. Were I to leave my post,
Exactly. If you were to leave your post, she would never awaken again.
Oh, hi, it's High Heel Girl.
Hey, you're the researcher from before!
21!
What in the world? She's 21?
Yeah. Can't really tell the age of anime girls, can you?
Curiouser and curiouser. But if you're Android 21, why did you save 18 back there?
Save her, please. I never saved her. I fed you those lies in order to avoid fighting. I'm not at full power as of yet. But if you formed an alliance with Cell, that could prove troublesome. As for you, 16, I've had enough. You're nothing more than a treacherous pile of slag.
I don't understand.
Like hell you don't. I know you activated the system. Also, to give these nitwits an advantage, I know you linked a compatible soul.
And if I did?
Oh? Using that tone with me? I thought my policy on this matter was clear. Continue to resist me. I will make sure that she is history.
Who is she? Maybe it's a bird.
I see you still intend to side with the organics. So sad. Such wasted effort.
Okay, she's powering up. Or transforming into a walking barrage of fetishes, it seems.
What the?
That must be Android 21's true form.
What? So she wasn't even human after all? That was established pretty early, Goku.
Such a shame we must part ways so soon. I guess this is farewell. Those who stand in my way will be ripped into tiny pieces. Don't hate me. Hate your maker for leaving you with such a defective personality.
16, get out of there! You'll be blown to bits!
Hold on! I'll save you! No, Krillin! Step aside! Hear me in there? I'm gonna need your help with this one. That do it?
When does it ever do it?
Not a
stretch.
No, it can't be. 16, we were just reunited.
Oh, are you crying for sweet 16? Oh, don't be sad. It's gonna be all right. 'Cause I'm gonna eat you right out. That last attack must have taken its toll.
What's the matter? You were on a bit of a roll there.
You'll get what's coming to you. We'll finish this later.
Alright, Goku, you need to learn that you are not supposed to interrupt an enemy making a mistake.
Wait! Why did you destroy 16? I thought he was on your side!
He didn't listen, so I punished him, of course.
Ah, so she's a dom. Alright, let's play List the Fetishes. She has the freaky hair color, freaky skin color, is enormously busty with an hourglass figure. She's a dominatrix in high heels. Keeps talking about eating people.
If he stopped while he was ahead, I would have let him live, but he had to cross the line. Oh well, that's fine. Now there is no one left to oppose me.
She has fangs, blood red eyes with black pits instead of whites for some reason.
Now I'm free. Free to stuff myself with as many sweets as I want.
You sound like a spoiled brat.
You'll see, boys. As soon as I'm ready, that's when the real fun starts.
Oh, and she has a tail.
No, you don't!
Get back here!
Whee!
Let's tail him, Krillin! We can't let anything happen to Goku or his new friend.
This is a long sequence.
Ooh, impressive. You are quite fast, even when your powers are suppressed. I'm so sorry, but I'm not ready to snap on you just yet. You doll, and unlock more of your power first because you are going to need it.
Oh no!
99!
Goku!
Whee!
Wakey, wakey, sleepyhead.
Sounds like Cell.
Snap out of it! You're wasting my time.
It is Cell.
Finally, can't stand for people. You've never heard of me, you say? Then please, allow me to enlighten you.
P is for...
My name is Seth, a truly perfect being, the ultimate android created by Dr. Jerome. But more to the point, who the hell are you? What is a living human soul doing inside of me? This is most upsetting. No matter. We can discuss this at a later time. For now, we have a fight to go and win.
Okay, it seems I got kicked out of Goku when he got blasted in the face. Now I'm in Cell.
Look what I found! Don't tell me. You're the one who was linked with Goku earlier. Oh, it was the impact of that blast that sent you here, didn't it? Well, more fun for me, I suppose. And it saves me the trouble of hunting you down.
He's kind of crazy. Okay. Seems I'll be making use of Cell for the first time. He starts at level 10. She's level 10. You'll forgive me if I don't really know how to use Cell all that well. There's a lot of characters in this game. Good news is, as I've mentioned before, button inputs are relatively simple. It may look like I'm doing something really flashy on the screen, but I'm not actually doing anything all that complex on my controller. Let's charge up and use my big super move. It is a very, very large Kamehameha wave. that blue Android 21 to smithereens. Well, I'm sure she's going to get up and be just fine. Not a very perfect way to show off your power. A-cell. I won that fight. What are you doing on your knee?
Just as I thought. Those who you link with become stronger. I could gobble you completely whole right now. But maybe I should have you relink with Goku instead. Yes, he would be a much better meal. Oh, decisions.
We have no choice. We must retreat.
The go-to technique for everyone.
Rats, he got away. But judging from the amount of his fatigue, the link won't hold for much longer.
I wonder who I'll pop into next.
So, you can run all you like. I'll be dining on you before sundown.
Maybe Frieza. Okay, let's find out.
How is this even? She's on a completely different level than my power can handle. No power source on this planet is capable of that. There must be some kind of way. Perhaps those clones are more than just mere drones. They might be the weakness I've been looking for. Whatever the case, I need to heal. And quick.
Well, cells are regenerators, so I don't really understand how this could even happen in the first place. Perhaps that ability was suppressed. Oh, even more story. There's a long cutscene.
What? Hey, you're back!
Boom, I'm back in his body.
Really? Hey guys, Goku's friend is back!
Goku's friend has a name. It's Auronado.
We were worried you kicked the bucket on us.
What were you doing? Where were you? Taking a walk around the block or something? By cell, you mean that cell? The bad cell? Why'd you link up with a creep like that?
The same reason he linked with you. I'm sure it wasn't voluntary.
Well, whatever. At least you're back now. That's all that matters. But if Cell's still alive, that means we've got more enemies to deal with than just 21.
Whatever the case, taking 21 down is our top priority right now.
Easier said than done. When I talked to her, she said she wasn't at full power just yet. Do you think she was just bluffing? I mean, come on. A diet of junk food? It's mostly sugar, and the stuff doesn't fill you up.
Goku's hands are so big that they're clipping through his arms right now.
Who cares about her dietary habits? How strong she can get. That's the problem.
At least with Piccolo, his arm is bending around his other arm the way it should. His hand doesn't just vanish into his big meaty bicep.
The problem is you guys arguing. Stop already! You guys are good at sensing power, right? Feel out 21's location and send her to the scrap heap.
If only it were that simple. We've been trying to figure out where 21 is for a while, but nothing's come up, I'm afraid.
Well, the old storyline business with 17 and 18 is that you could not sense them.
Android 21 probably keep her power in low gear, just like Cell.
Oh well, what doesn't turn up now will turn up later, they say. For now, let's focus on what we can do.
Let me guess. Training!
Yeah, like rounding up the rest of the gang, right?
Yeah, Krillin's right. We need a bigger team for the battle ahead.
Well, we can only use 3 characters at once, Piccolo, so I don't really need any more people other than cementing who's going to be on the A-team.
Just our luck. Vegeta's good at never being around when you really need him. He brags about being the Prince of Saiyans. He's the Prince of Bad Timing, if you ask me.
And yet, you decided to have a child with him.
Cut him some slack, Bulma. He'll turn up soon. I'm sure of it. Hey! I know! I'm pretty used to this link business by now. Maybe if I focus really hard, I can pinpoint Vegeta's energy. All right, here I go. Yep, it's Vegeta all right. I got it!
You found him? Really? Way to go, Goku!
Come on, guys. What do you say we go rescue our buddy Vegeta?
Okay. Is this cutscene going to continue, or can we get to... Yep, there we go. That's an excellent point to cut off this video. Thank you for watching the Super Casuals. I have been Auronado, always keeping it casual. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you want to see more.